Well, looks like I was right the whole time. This is why they kept banning me. I mean, they tried to silence me on Twitch platform, as you can see by the stats. Hung out with a couple of the Twitch people, and then... Oh, welcome back to another episode where I'm gonna review more Twitch streamer drama. I mean, if you don't know, I was already exposing them back in 2018. Over 7 years ago, actually. First, I was getting bans for the smallest infractions, and then later I found out after talking to some Twitch execs that I was stealing partners from partnered streamers, and they were doing everything they could to get me banned. So I wouldn't rise up because they saw me as a threat. And then after the third or fourth ban, I kind of was pretty annoyed with it. And so after hanging out with them, I found out the truth of what's actually going on in Twitch. I guess I made the bad career decision of exposing them on the platform themselves. Here's some of the numbers of when I used to stream on Twitch, but was that right the whole time? I don't know. There's a reason why they silence people for telling the truth. Destiny and Hasan drama. Shall we get into this? People are now realizing what's happening is actually real. But yeah, let's watch this video.
Destiny claims Twitch streamer Hasan, a 15-year-old, while on a trip to Berlin. No one is shocked other than Kaya.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Massive day for the unemployed. Some insane allegations just got dropped on Hasan Piker by Destiny.
That's the legendary question of all time. Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
It all started over political brain rot too. Destiny tweeted, "If Hasan is going to reach this hard, saying I kickstarted Fuentes' career, then I am responsible for his career 10 times over. Also, Hasan a 15-year-old while he was visiting that brothel in Berlin. That's why he doesn't like to talk about it as much." Now, this is a crazy accusation against Diddy Piker here, and let's see what started this feud.
Some of my other ideological opponents who claim to be liberals may or may not have sucked his and also simultaneously...
Ideological opponent, bro, you're 34. Your only opponent should be your child in Mario Kart.
Openly delivered them a fat platform and also additional media connections, and even promoted Nick Fuentes, and even talked about how Nick Fuentes owed them so much for their new career. Yes, I'm talking about Sex Destiny.
Takes one to know one, drama. That's quite the allegation. It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Destiny wants to contest it, he can sue me, but he won't because the truth is an absolute defense against defamation. At this point, Hasan pretty much has to sue Destiny, otherwise he just looks like Chris Tyson, and honestly, oof, what a crazy thing to hold on to.
Oh, we were debating. There's no reason to debate people like that have very limited platforms at the time. And then he...
It's true, they just get him banned, like what happened to me. I've been talking about this. Wait till you go down the rabbit hole. I made a video on the Kick streamer that was out there preying on the young. And I said, a lot of these streamers that you look up to or watch, they're all part of it. If they have a giant platform, they're part of it. But, yeah, I was talking about Destiny, Hasan, Raj Patel, who now goes by Austin. It was when one of his mods, I think something like Claw or something, some overweight dude, he was going around sharing underage photos of women that sent in their submission to go onto the dating show with Raj Patel. And yeah, that's when I started to expose them, and I mean, they canceled me for that reason, but they're all part of it. In fact, when I made the Kick video, there were people mad at me going after Los Pollos TV, and it's like, bro, that guy's a part of it too. But yeah, you can watch that video. It's right here. But was I wrong? Was I right? Time will tell.
He was resilient enough to work his way through the ranks and claw back after tremendous amounts of deplatforming. Claw his way back into relevance, found himself in Kanye West's orbit.
The Hasan files were basically dropped over a disagreement over Nick Fuentes. And if you don't know who Nick Fuentes is, let me just play a quick clip for you.
Maybe they'll get you to think I'm a horrible person, whatever. I know there's at least 1,000 real-ass that watch the show are smart enough to understand what I'm saying. They're going to take this information and they're going to blow up the second Death Star.
White guys saying the N-word, what's new? Feels like I'm looking at a mirror. But jokes aside, from what I know, these guys all like hate each other. Fight, fight, fight. Hasan and Destiny.
I genuinely mean this. I think Hasan should sue him if this isn't true. I do. I think Hasan should sue him. Like, this is a crazy accusation. Crazy, crazy, crazy accusation to make at somebody. Yeah, why?
It's not that crazy. I mean, you go hang out with these people and then hear how they talk behind the scenes. They're all part of it. I wouldn't be surprised if Asman caught a bunch of allegations later on because, yeah, he's part of it too. When you rise on a platform like that and you're just some nerd or dork that clearly didn't peak in high school and then all of a sudden you come into some power, you're trying to make up lost time. And, yeah. Was I wrong? I don't think I was.
That's a crazy claim. Yeah, that's nuts. You can't just throw that on people without proof, man. Yeah, sure.
I feel like Destiny is playing some kind of 4D chess over here. Like, Hasan basically is stuck between a rock and a hard place, and if he doesn't sue, he just looks like a predator, so he has to.
And it's quite the allegation. It's common knowledge behind the scenes. If Hasan wants to contest it, he can sue me, but he won't because truth is an absolute defense against defamation. I don't know. Like, I almost feel bad even giving this any attention at all, because I feel like maybe it's probably, like, I would never, ever, ever assume this of somebody, right? I never would.
Maybe you're just trying to save yourself from all of these allegations, but didn't Destiny catch a trial or some allegations a little bit ago? Yeah, he did. Explicit content to some minor, some child that was like 17 years old, but he was definitely grooming this person 100%. I mean, they're all pretty much guilty of it. It's the nature of Twitch. That's who runs the company. That Dan Clancy guy, I wouldn't be surprised if he was. I've seen him. I think I met him in like 2019 or 2020 at a TwitchCon, and I got the vibe from him that he was preying on the youth. Like, look how old he is. He's got gray hair. He's old and decrepit, and he's managing a platform for children or something, playing video games. But it's no longer that. But back to the video.
I'll be curious to see what his response is going to be if he even does respond. I mean, it's just, you got to admit though, right? This is a crazy thing.
Yeah, it's hands down the most serious allegation you can make about somebody. He called you up. We can call Hasan a liar, but we need legitimate evidence to call him a... I don't think there is any evidence. I think Destiny said this solely to force Hasan to have to respond to something so egregious that it hurts his character for even acknowledging the possibility that it happened. 1D chess, but it worked.
This is crazy that people even defend this. I mean, I even showed that clip. You read the comments of these Redditors. Like, look at this one. And sometimes Twitch streaming crosses into sex work. How is this news? Like, these fans, there's something wrong with these Twitch fans, bro. Like, what is this comment? And they're just gonna defend these people because they see a little online personality and they're like, I enjoy their takes and they're a funny person. They would never do that. Trust me. I mean, don't trust me. The evidence speaks for itself, but
Destiny said it in retaliation to Hasan saying Destiny Nick Fuentes off. He probably figures if Hasan is allowed to hurl around those kind of rumors, then he is.
You even see the video or the photos of Hasan dressed up as a girl, and I talk about the gay streamer mafia, just like the gay hip-hop mafia, just like the gay political mafia. It's a real thing. Or it's not. I don't know, dude. I'm not suicidal, but I mean, what are they gonna do? Cancel this channel? For what? For reporting on stuff that's happening? I was literally calling them out on the platform while I was on Twitch, and people didn't believe me there. And now it's been, I don't know, like 5+ years, and all this is coming to light. You can't hide things from the public for that long, and it's kind of funny to see all this stuff happen because did they ban me for unjust causes? Probably, for telling the truth in a world full of liars.
Too. From what I know, Destiny has this shtick against hypocrisy, and Hasan's been known to spread allegations around people as well. Hasan, a streamer who actively uses allegations he knows are false.
Wait, wasn't this guy also accused of some questionable behavior around children? I'm pretty sure he was. You can go ahead and look into that if you want, but they're all trying to save their skin. They're all part of it. It's kind of hilarious that this is even happening now in 2025, almost 2026, that this stuff is coming out. So, did they ban me for unjust reasons? Should I have played my cards right and kept my mouth shut and just let them do that? I'm not that type of person. That's not me.
As well as exaggerating the truth and accusing people things they never did, now has child allegations that Destiny is willing to go to court over because it's not defamation, because it's the truth. Destiny, holy sh.
Man, that Hasan Piker. That on God is the diddler. Get the out of my Genshin server, you weirdo freak. Go hang out with Mizkif.
So, Destiny has evidence or a story related to child allegations, and he was sitting on that instead of reporting it because reporting to authorities, not the court of public opinion, because... Yeah, I don't really know what's going through Destiny's head, but personally, why sit on this kind of information if you know it to be true in the first place? And he made it sound like it was common knowledge behind the scenes, so why carry water for us?
It's 100% common knowledge behind the scenes, what's going on with these streamers. But when an up-and-comer, such as myself, who was coming up onto the scene, reported about it, people just viewed me as a hater, and then Twitch staff continued to ban me. 9 bans, by the way. Was I wrong?
On. Best thing of all is I'm not a fan of any of these so it's funny to watch them self-destruct. Anyway, before we hop into this, something actually pretty funny happened with Hasan. Apparently, breaking. Chinese security police harassed Hasan Piker while he was live streaming in Tiananmen Square. Hasan's live stream went down for 10 minutes after the Chinese security official saw Hasan hold up a Chairman Mao meme on his phone.
Roger, you seen this?
Fun fact, the actual footage of the protest in Tiananmen Square gets flagged and then banned. There's actually real life footage of the police pushing that guy out of the way of the tank, and he never actually got ran over. But the American public gobbles up propaganda so much that they genuinely believe that's what happened, because if it wasn't real, why would they report on it, right? It's not like the American public uses propaganda. Not like you can go to AI and ask questions about a certain country or certain celebrities and they're not going to just cover up for them. Oh wait.
Oh yeah.
Bro, the social credit score doesn't exist. Bro, the social credit score doesn't exist. When I was live streaming on Twitch, I even told people about what was going on in China because I had gone there in 2016. And I was like, yeah, half the stuff you find out about China is all a lie. Because if you go there, you realize, wow, everything you were told in America is a lie. So it makes you wonder, why does America lie so much about China, right? But you'll never convince the masses of it. In fact, one of my viewers, he thought I was lying about the whole social credit score, and he's like, wait, my sister, her husband works in China, I'm gonna go ask him. And then he came back to my streams like, holy crap, you're right. He was so confused as to what I was even talking about when I was talking about the social credit score and all this nonsense. He's all like, well, I'm gonna believe my brother-in-law. He said he's gonna believe his brother-in-law because he lives in China and he has no reason to lie to him. And so, bro, in a world full of lies, telling the truth is a crime.
Okay.
He didn't realize that we were swagged out white boys who love China.
Swagged out white boys who love China.
I will say that it's not even remotely up there. The further west you go, the worse cops get, the more aggressive they get. America being the worst one out of all of them.
This dude hates America so much. Why is he living there? I feel like if I was that dreadful, I'd move. Proposition.
Dude, I've been trying to move out of this place for a while. It's really, really difficult to go to another country. Like, you have no idea. It's almost as if we're stuck here. But it's so funny that, you know, that's the Westerner take. It's like, oh, if you don't like it so much, why don't you leave? Because it's really difficult.
Give you my Canadian passport, you give me your American one. It sound like a deal?
Same with you, Hasan. You probably got some crazy in the closet, bro. You got some crazy skeletons in the closet, bro. I know for a fact you do. I just know you're a weirdo. Everyone's gonna come back to this clip. It happened to Dr. Disrespect. It happened to Miss Kid. It happens to all these guys, bro. All y'all are weird as fuck.
Even Aiden Ross is a weirdo. I mean, he got invited to those parties with, you know, the people that wear the tiny hats that read a book called like the Talmud or something, where it says it's okay to sleep with people that are under 9 years old as long as they're not Jewish or something. But yeah, Look into it.
Aiden Ross is the voice of reason. You know these guys are cooked. And just to be abundantly clear, I am not accusing Hasan of a crime here. You know, he's innocent until proven guilty. However, he is guilty of being an absolute cornball. Also, didn't Hasan straight up go to a Diddy party? Like, I'm pretty certain that's true. Asman doesn't really need a pearl clutch on...
Yeah, but then so did Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross went to one of those parties that are run by the elites or whatnot. And he wasn't allowed to talk about it on stream. You can find a clip of it. I'm not going to go look for it.
Hasan's behalf from all this. Hasan called her implied Destiny was a bunch of times. Only fair if you're able to do the same back. Hasn't Hasan called Asman and Tectone too? I just think Asman Gold's too charitable to people that don't deserve it. Bro, who did this? Somebody put Destiny and Hasan in jail? No, but...
Dude, they're all part of that crew. They're all doing this. That's how you become a partner. There was another streamer that I was kind of helping out, and then he kind of backstabbed me. But then there's a clip of him being assaulted, I think in Hawaii or somewhere, where someone accuses him of being a pedo and telling him to leave that girl alone. And yeah, that guy has said some things to me in private where I was like, bro, what is wrong with you? And then after I get banned, guess who got partnered and then pushed? He did. Conspiracy.
This is hands down probably the craziest allegation I've seen dropped from like the streaming sphere. Destiny straight up just did this meme but on Twitter. The Quarter Pounder said there is only two possible outcomes here. Hasan Piker must sue Destiny or admit when he was in his mid-20s he paid for sex with a teenager. Destiny, bro, if I need to go on the offender list, I'm taking like 20 other streamers with me, okay? Lol W. Alright, Destiny, release the file.
Do you understand what's going on? Like, I was talking about this years ago and how they're all complicit to this nonsense. Even the women of Twitch are part of this crazy operation because that's how they get favor from the company that preys on children. I mean, most of these male streamers, you'll see them in a clip of them wearing a dress or doing some sort of humiliation ritual on behalf of the elites, marketing themselves. I mean, I even feel like there was a period when Hasan was wearing a pearl necklace. Now, if you know what a pearl necklace means in the elite world, it's kind of why Israel Adesanya was wearing one. But yeah, you can go look down that rabbit hole. I'm not going to go into it because I'm trying to keep this somewhat friendly and not get banned. I'm not going to claim things to be 100% true, even though I kind of did.
The time is ticking. Whether it be Asmod Gold or Ethan Klein's Reddit, I feel like everyone's sort of in agreement. If you're going to drop a bombshell this big, there better be some more information out of it. Now, I'm no lawyer, but yeah, insane. Not gonna lie, this kind of summarizes it pretty well here.
Old enough to count, old enough to mount.
That's crass.
I want to say thank you to Miley Cyrus for showing off her camel toe at the VMAs the other night. I always knew Hannah Montana was a little slut. Don't even try to hide it.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Old Hasan was honestly crazy. Yeah, so if we humor this for a moment, this means Destiny was sitting on proof that Hasan harmed a child and waited for the exact moment to release it because of optics. I don't like Hasan, but if this is untrue, I feel like Hasan should sue Destiny. And if it is true, this makes Destiny look horrendous for withholding this information.
You know who didn't withhold any of that information? Me. I didn't withhold any of that information. I was outing them on my platform. People were tuning in. You saw my stats.
Now, I don't hate Hasan. He's just kind of easy to meme on. He's a lolcow who kind of pays the bills. I mean, this doesn't make Destiny look good, but he did put Hasan in an uncomfortable position. Like, Hasan can't pull a Steam, do nothing, and win. He actually has to sue him. This wouldn't be the first time Destiny finished on someone, and it wouldn't be the last. Even though I couldn't quite stretch this to Hasan's favorite timestamp, subscribe to the channel anyway.
Yeah, I guess the closing thoughts is, was I wrong this whole time when I was claiming what was going on behind the scenes at Twitch? A lot of people don't even know that the partnership team takes a cut of the streamers' revenues, like from bit donations to the subscriptions. That 50% they share, they get a portion of that. And so why wouldn't they manipulate the game in their favor so they can collect a big fat bonus during the holiday time? So you're going to see a lot more of this kind of stuff happening, where people are going to be terminated, banned off of the platform, and then unbanned miraculously. Oh look, they got unbanned. Maybe the allegations weren't true. We need a court case proving that they're guilty, just like the Epstein files, right? That stuff's all fake until the government who's in the files comes out and says, yeah, this is real. That's the kind of world we live in, where people need to hear the official stories by the perpetrators of those crimes. But yeah, if you enjoyed this content, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and remember, I love my life, dude. I would never hurt myself. So yeah, have a great one.